Hello everyone, thank you for watching. In today's video we will continue from where we left off, designing the two-story concrete house. We are going to quick run analysis and do the concrete design for the beams and the columns. So what we have here is our model from the past video with the loads already assigned. So the first thing that we want to do is to add some material properties. So we know that all of this is going to be concrete, so I can select the nominal concrete and then select all of my structure. This way I have already assigned some material to all of the elements in here. Next, I can go to the sections properties window, and I don't have any sections assigned, so I can just add some concrete sections. I can work through this on the ICD, the integrated concrete designer, and I can do here any preliminary design. There are a couple of ways of doing this, but because right now I don't know how the loads are distributed, they are not relevant for me in this case. So what I'm going to do is that I am just going to add this beam section, and I'm going to add another one for a column section. I'm gonna click also here in add concrete sections for both. Now, after doing that, just to work best with the loads that I have, I can run a quick analysis. I'm going to run a linear static analysis. It's a good practice. It's always good to check on the model. Our model is good, our model is clean, so I'm going to click here and OK. Our analysis is clean. Once that I have done that, I can see that I have results here for me with all of the different weights that I added in the past. So what I want to do is check on the members that have the most tension or are working the most. I can do this in the member stress tool with all of my different load cases. I can right click on this member and go to concrete design. From now I know I am going to work with a beam, right, with a rectangular beam, so I can select here that I want this to be a new section, not an existing section. I can select from here, from the list, the type of section that I want to be working with. This is a rectangular beam, and the code that I want it to be code checked against. I can select my units and the design criteria from the analysis that I just run. I'm going to go with all the load cases and all the load combinations to be included into my load spreadsheet in the concrete designer. So once I have done this, I can click here on OK, and I now open S Concrete, a new S Concrete interface from here. Now this allows me to have the full extent of S Concrete capabilities within our section design. I am not going to dive too much into this, as there are many different videos that explain how to concrete design beams and columns and other types of elements. So I just want to highlight that all of the loads that were obtained from our analysis are already being considered into this element. So from here I can start working and adding or removing the rebar and the reinforcement. We know that this is a very low utilization section, but it's already working within all of my code checks. So once I have the desired section, I can go here to File and Save As, and I just want to save this one as my beam section. Now I can close this one, and I can repeat that process with my column. So what I can do is to search for the column that it's working the most, that it's having most stress all through my model, and design under it. So I am going to take this column, go to concrete design, do exactly the same, but now instead of a rectangular beam, I'm going to be working with a rectangular column. The rest is going to stay the same. And now I can work on my concrete column. I see that there are a couple of warnings in here, so I'll go to my report, my list of messages, and I can see that the clear spacing between the bars, it's not required, so I am going to increase that spacing. Or we can always run an automatic design in here. I'm going to set my design constraints. I want this to freeze. Then I'm going to run an automated design. So now I see that my column design is accepted. There are no warnings, and this is the layout that I have. So now I save this as my column section. Click this and close it. Now I can go to my geometry and reassign these sections to the model that I already have. So I go to my section properties tool, I go here to concrete, and then I load my file that I just created. Open. I'm going to load my beam first. This is the beam that I designed. You can see that it's the same with the same utilization radio, so I'm going to add it here. I'm just going to say that this is my beam concrete. It's my beam concrete section. I'm going to update it, add the right color, and delete the previous one that I had. Now I'm going to do the same with the column. I'm going to click here on update to just update the section that we previously had. So with that, I already have updated the sections that I added before. I just need to update the name of this one. This is my column. Click on update, and these are now the sections that I designed, and they are applied to the model that I worked with. So now it's only a matter of assigning the correct sections to the correct members. We have all column sections here. So we can go to select and select everything, then select the special, and select only the horizontal members by geometry, the beams, and I'm going to select only this, and now select all of my beams. And just like that, we have the beams and the columns correctly assigned to the model.